Right, so this is our 5-a-day from today. The first question is 57.1, take away 9.37. What do we need to remember to do with this type of question? Amira.
Line up your decimal points.
Line up my decimal points, lovely. So I've got 57.1, take away 9.37. Where does my 9 go? What column does my 9 go in? Toby?
It goes under the 7.
Goes under the 7. What column is that called? Ben?
Tens.
Is it my tens? Just check that for me, lovely. What column would that be next to the decimal point?
Oh, units.
Yeah, it's my units column, lovely. So decimal point, then we've got a units. So it's 9.37, and I'm taking away this time. Okay, my decimal points are all in the same position. I'm going to put my decimal point underneath so that I don't forget about it. Okay, so I've got 57.1, take away 9.37. What else is the problem with this question at the minute? Neve?
Right now, you can't take away nothing, take away 7, so you'd have to put your placeholder.
Fantastic. I need to put a placeholder before I do my takeaway. So I've got 0, take away 7. I'm going to ask someone to help me with these calculations now. Alexa, can you help me with these calculations, please?
0 take away 7 you can't do, so you're going to have to carry from the 1.
So you exchange from the 1, cross your 1 out,
Make it a 0.
make it a 0,
Carry a 1.
and carry your 1.
And 10 take away 7 is 3. And 0 take away 3 you can't do, so we're going to have to carry from the 7.
Lovely. So we've got 0, take away 3. Can't do that again, so we need to exchange from the next door neighbour, which is the 7. Cross the 7 out, that turns into a 6. Carry the 1. So now we're doing 10, take away 3.
Which is 7.
Which is 7.
And then you do 6 take away 9 you can't do, so you exchange from the 5.
Now we need to exchange again because we can't do 6 take away 9. So we exchange from the 5, that becomes a 4, and that becomes 16. So now we've got 16 take away 9, Winter.
Which is 7.
7. And then we've got 4 take away nothing, which is 4. So the answer to 57.1 take away 9.37 is 47.73. Right, let's have a look at question 2. Question 2, we've got 6,745 divided by 8. What method are we going to use for this one, Charlotte? A bus stop method. Fantastic. What am I going to say about this question? We're dividing by 8. Ben? Good plan. So I find 8 is a little bit tricky, so we're going to write down our 8 times table. Can you help me with that, please? 8.
16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80, 88, 96.
Fantastic. So we've got 6,745 divided by 8. How many 8s go into 0, Anna?
Into 6.
Into 6. Sorry, Anna. Into 6.
And 9.
0. What's your remainder?
6.
6. Lovely. How many 8s go into 67, Anna?
8.
So it'll be 8. So if we count down here, this can help us. We can get all the way to 64. So that'll be 8 8s and 64. And what's my remainder?
Is it 4?
So we got to 64 and we had 67. 3. So my remainder is 3. How many 8s do we have in 34, Steffi?
4.
4. So we get to 32 this time, which is 4. And what's your remainder? 2. So that times your remainder is 2. So now we do how many 8s into 25? Ella?
3.
3. So we get to 24, which is 3. Ella, what's your remainder?
1.
Remainder 1. So your answer could be 843, remainder 1. How else could we write that? So we could do 843. Who can give me it as a fraction remainder? Toby?
Remainder 1/8.
1/8, lovely. So 1 is your remainder, which is your numerator, and we were dividing by 8s, so that's my denominator, so it's 1/8. Next question, question 3. We've got 293,400, take away 61,823. What do I need to make sure I do with this kind of question? Charlotte?
Line up the columns.
Line up your numbers, super. So I need to make sure they're in the right place value. So we've got 293,400. My 6, what does that 6 actually mean? Ben?
60,000.
Lovely. It means 60,000. So I need to make sure that goes in my tens of thousands column. Which number in the first number, which digit is currently in my tens of thousands column? Toby?
9.
The 9. Fantastic. So my 6 goes under the 9, so it's 61,823. What calculation am I doing this time? Make sure I've got my symbols correct. Ella?
Take away.
Take away. I'm take away. Fantastic. Okay. 0 take away 3. Steffi?
You can't do it.
Can't do. So I'll go to a neighbour.
You can't get anything from 0.
Still can't exchange. So then I have to go to my hundreds column. This time I can exchange. So you cross your 4 out. Becomes 3 hundreds. You carry your 1 to your tens column. So now we've got 10 tens. Alexa?
You would have to make it 9.
Lovely. So now we've crossed that out. We've got 9 tens, and we give our next 10 to our units column. Now we've got 10 take away 3. Toby?
7.
7. Fantastic. We've got 9 tens, take away 2 tens. Amira?
7.
7 tens. Fantastic. We've got 3 hundreds, take away 8 hundreds. Charlotte?
You can't do so. You go over to the 3 and exchange it and make it a 2. And then put a 1 over. So 8. 13 take away 8 is 5.
So we've got 5 in our hundreds column.
2 take away 1 is 1.
So we've got 1,000.
And 9 take away 6 is 3. And then 2 take away 0 is 2.
Fantastic. So we've got 231,577 as our answer. Let's have a look at number 4. Write a mixed number fraction for 168 divided by 20. This is quite a big number. We have been doing this. We've been doing a bit of practice. What is the method we've been looking at for finding and converting a mixed number, converting an improper fraction to a mixed number? Amira?
Yeah, so you do a bus stop and write down 20 times 2.
Super. So we do the big number, the numerator in my improper fraction, divided by the denominator. Okay. We can't use bus stop method for this number because my 20 is 2 digit. I could, however, use the bus stop method if I do something to help me. What would be a good idea to do to help me? Anna?
Write your 20 times table.
20 times table. Right. Help me with my 20 times table, please.
20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200.
220.
Lovely, well done. Right, so we've got 20s in 168. Can I get 20 from 1? Can I divide 1 by 20? Ella?
No.
No. So I've got remainder 1. Can I divide 16 by 20? Neve?
No.
No. Remainder 16. Which is the nearest number in my 20 times table? Which is under but nearest to 168? Amira?
160.
160, fantastic. 160 is the closest number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8 wholes. What's my remainder? So I've got to 160. I needed 168. What's my remainder? Eve?
Remainder 8.
Remainder 8. Fantastic. I could write that remainder 8. Who can give me it as a fractional remainder? Because that's what we need for this one.
8 20s.
8 20ths. Fantastic. So we've got 8 wholes and 8 20ths. Okay. Amazing. Well done. So we've got 8 wholes, 8 20ths. Who can simplify that a little bit for me? Who can give me that as a different way? Ben?
So the whole number stays the same.
Whole number stays the same. Super answer.
And then you do 4 tenths.
4 tenths, lovely. So you've halved both of those fractions, gives you 4 tenths. 4 tenths is exactly the same size as 8 20ths. And with mixed numbers, we need to remember to keep our whole number the same. Eve.
2/5.
Lovely. And we've got 8 and 2/5 as well. That's fantastic. Right, number 5 is 40.31 divided by 100. Okay? So, sorry, times by 100. So what we need to do, what method do we need to use for this kind of question? Ella?
100 tens units.
Lovely. So we have place value. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write out thousands, hundreds, tens, units. My decimal point goes here. I've got tenths. I've got hundredths. Okay? So I'm going to put this number in. I've got 40.31. Okay? I'm timesing by 100. If I'm timesing, which direction am I going? This way. I'm going this way. I'm moving my digits this way because it's getting bigger. If I'm timesing, it's going this way. If it's going this way, what am I doing? Steffi? Dividing. Lovely. The question says times, so I'm going this way. I'm timesing by 100. Look how many zeros are in 100. How many places does that mean I'm moving? Dina?
3.
Check that one. If it's 100,
2.
2. Good girl. So I'm moving 2 places. If my 1 moves 2 places, which column does it go into? Ella?
Units.
Units. Lovely. If my 3 moves 2 places, what column does it go into, Toby?
Tens.
Fantastic. My 0, what column does that go into, Alexa?
100.
The hundreds. And then I've got my 4, which must go. Amira?
Thousands.
Thousands. Lovely. So my answer is 4,031. Finally, we always have a challenge in our 5-a-day. We've been working on time. This question says the train left Newcastle Central at 6:05. It took 2 hours and 54 minutes to arrive at King's Cross. What time did it arrive at King's Cross station? I'm using the rucksack method. I've read it. What do I need to do next? Ben.
You need to underline the important information.
Underline. So 6:15 is important. 2 hours and 54 minutes is important. And I need to work out when it arrives. Do I know my start time?
Yes.
Yes. What's my start time, Shakira?
It's 6:15.
6:15. Fantastic. So I'll put 6:15 at the start of my timeline. Do I know my finishing time? No, that's what I need to work out. So I should know my journey. What's my journey time? Ella?
2 hours and 54 minutes.
2 hours and 54 minutes. So I need to do this as a jump. What would be a sensible jump to do first of all? Neve?
1 hour.
Yeah, 5 dinners is going.
Add 1.
Lunches.